What is up, everyone? Blighter here again, and I understand it's been a while since I last did a exploration of old Minecraft creepypasta worlds. Look, I'm sorry that I'm not that live that often anymore. I'm sorry that I'm not live that often anymore. I'm just gonna rephrase all of that. But the fact is, I'm just really busy with a job. I'm working at a multimedia studio, so a lot of my time goes to editing videos, setting up live streams, and sometimes whenever I get home, I'm just too tired to go live. However, I am working on the new creepypasta video, so that'll come out someday soon. I'm just gonna ask you to be patient. That's all. Now, furthermore, I do wanna explore some of the other worlds that I didn't yet explore. So if I recall correctly, last time we explored the Emperor Lands. We explored Seed 999. And we've also explored a world that is under construction for a new creepypasta, but nothing happened with that yet. Anyways, basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you a couple more that I haven't, and there's gonna be a lot of version changing between those different worlds. Yeah, let's just hop into it and see what it brings us. Because I've got more worlds to show you that I haven't, and that I'm pretty excited about as well. Let's see if my River Tuner and MSI Afterburner are set correctly. From the looks of it, they are. Yeah, basically most of the creepypastas that I've done all by myself were made in modded 1.12.2. And one of the biggest, most pivotal mods I used there was the custom NPCs mod, which allows you to create custom characters, give them custom skins, give them custom behaviors, and yeah, it's extremely useful for whenever you want to make a creepypasta and you don't have anyone else to do it with, no one else to help you out with, then that is simply your best option. So yeah, custom NPCs mod, definitely check it out. I can wholeheartedly recommend it. Now, as we're waiting for the game to load, look at all the spikes here though. Yeah, it's about to finish. There we go. Only something weird is going on because it won't show up in my monitor capture, which is just really weird. So I'm going into studio mode real quick. Or not. Whatever. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. Blah. Yeah, because I already have a game capture window, so we might use that. I gotta make sure to turn off the game capture audio, otherwise you're gonna hear it twice. You're gonna hear all the audio twice. See if the settings are all good. Yeah, that looks legit. Should I? Yeah, I usually have this on, but I also have mods installed that might conflict with the settings, so I just think I'll leave it off for the time being. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is one that I want to show around because because this was probably where I filmed either my second or my third creepypasta video. Though I cannot really remember which one it was. Or I mean I do remember which one it was, but in what order? Anyways, oh yeah, by the way, before I forget, I also updated my skin. This is what I look like right now. I thought it was time for a little bit of an update. So yeah, I kind of look like a knight right now, but in reality this is a robe. Like what a priest would wear. Anyways, so basically this is the house where the guy lives that encounters the sewer creature. Now I originally named it Horror.exe, the creature, but to be honest, in hindsight I don't think that's a very good name for such a creature. So I think I'm just gonna call it the sewer creature. And I'm also thinking about doing a creepypasta video in the Minecraft creepypasta series as a full episode. And I basically just kind of revisit this world then. And I do like a follow-up video. Because I like the premise of someone living in a house, going out to explore, and then finding something, and that something continues to haunt him for the rest of his life. For as long as he got to live, however. And I'm also kind of working on the lore. I'm pretty sure I haven't showed you this house before in its entirety, but this is what it looks like. It's I built this back in 2019, I think. And it's virtually... I mean, it has gone through some remodeling, but the base building is kind of the same, really. Also, I think I want to turn up the music a bit. About year loud. But yeah, the house has gone through some remodeling, but for those who somehow have not followed the story, it's basically about a guy that lives in the 90s in this house. And what it comes down to is that there's a couple of sewer systems nearby. And he goes to explore one. And what happens is that there is a creature in these sewers. And he has an encounter with that creature, and he flees from the sewer. And ever since then, it kind of haunted him for the rest of his life. Wait, what the heck? What is this? Oh, I think I know what this is. We're gonna take care of that. Thank goodness World Edit is a thing that exists. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're wondering how I managed to see the outline of my selection, there's a mod called World Edit CUI. And it basically allows you to outline your selection so you can see what your selection looks like. I honestly don't know why that isn't a feature in the mod itself. But I guess it's nice that there's an add-on mod for it. So yeah, this is what it looks like, the house. It's really spacious. Not a lot of occupied space here. I mean, it has a lot of room. I kinda like that. And I don't think I've ever showed you the outdoor area. So you've got a trampoline, a grill, a couple of storage crates, a massive outdoor table. I don't know why I built it this big, but I did for some reason. That's why it looks like this. Yeah. I might want to do some repurposing there too. But I don't think that it is the house that you guys are the most interested in, so we're gonna take a look at the thing that really makes this a creepypasta world. However, I will have to disappoint you, because I was not careful enough to make a backup of this world. And as a result, much of my progress from during the recording of that video has been since deleted. I'll show you what it looks like. It's not... I mean, I kind of rebuilt some of the stuff here. But yeah. As you can see, there's no water, so the sewer area has to be rebuilt. I'm still gonna have to work on that. Also, I think the music could be softer. Yeah, as you can see, and especially this part over here where I went to the left, all of this is just gone, deleted. So I'm gonna have to rewatch my video countless times over so I can rebuild it exactly as it was. However, I'm also kind of thinking that since there is another sewer pretty close to the house, that I'm gonna use that one for the next sewer creature video. And it's the one right here. I kinda like how I constructed this, because it looks like a mine entrance, but at the same time, it does look kind of like a sewer. It's off limits, secluded area, even though the bars are broken open. Yeah, this is more what I could use for a creepypasta video. A lot of barricaded things here that you cannot enter. Yeah, and this too is gonna need some construction. Anyways, the thing that I really am interested in is behind this fence gate. These iron bars, I mean. Sorry. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. That's not entirely true. I played it literally like last Monday or something. But yeah, I just don't pay attention to what everything is called anymore. As you can see, there's a lot more detail in these corridors. Wait, something moved here. Oh, it's the bat. I was about to say, this might actually wind up being an actual creepypasta world. But yeah, eventually you end up in this place right here. Pretty random for a sewer to end up in. Underground lake. But wait, there's more. There's more. Just watch. Just watch. I'm gonna show you. I don't want to spoil too much, but on the other hand, I kind of want to show what it looks like when it's under construction. So you've got this kind of massive hole going down. It's not really a massive hole, but it's a pretty deep hole. You climb down through these vines. Though I'm kind of doubting whether I should change it to ladders or not. I'll see what I do. It's still open for change. But the thing that really catches your attention is this place right here. Imagine living literally a couple 100 meters away from this, and you encounter this. Wouldn't that be scary? Wouldn't that confuse you? I know it would confuse me. Of course, you need to watch your step here, otherwise you're gonna fall in. Now, I'm in creative, so it's not gonna hurt me. But yeah, I do think that this has kind of a lot of potential. It's really run down and broken. Oh, and when you look really closely, there's a stairway here. Which, again, needs some remodeling. Like Creeper. I like being rude to creepers. They've been rude to me too. So yeah, it's on them. Anyways, so the plan is that I'm gonna build a mining outpost in this area, right here. And I'm gonna do this kind of the same thing that I did in the other sewer creature horror.exe video. Is that there are going to be these walls right here. So basically it's a walled area. And that's where all the storage, all the furnaces, all of the smelting happens. Though it still definitely needs some construction. And I'm not gonna build right now, this is not a build stream. Ha! Sweet revenge. Yeah. And then there's this little section over here. I just kind of spent about an afternoon building this. And yet again, I'm gonna repeat myself, it still needs some construction. So, it's not there yet. But I think as soon as Entity 444 is done, which is going to be the next creepypasta, I'm going to work on this one. But then again, that might take a while, since, you know, I've got a job and all. Yeah, basically that's most of what I wanted to say about this world. However, on second thought, I think there is something else I want to show you. And it has to do with this world. But it's not a construction thing. But it's rather... let me show you. I'm fairly bad at explaining myself sometimes, so I'm sorry if you can't follow me. Let me see, where is it? I'm just gonna look for it. It's here. Here it is. This is the creature that I'm talking about here. This is the sewer creature. And basically what this is a zombie model. Or a husk, rather. And what it uses is the gore texture from the Tech Guns mod. And I found it fits perfectly on a zombie model. I mean, there's no glitching whatsoever. I also tried it with a normal player model, but it just didn't work. So yeah, this is the horror.exe. And this is Polish for, if I remember correctly, sewer creature. I originally called it horror.exe, but sewer creature is a better name for this kind of stuff. So yeah, at the same time I can also just kind of guide around the custom NPCs mod. So you can set all the health settings, the attack settings, respawn settings. Hello, job application 234-7. Welcome to the live stream. I don't know if you're a follower of my channel or not, but regardless, welcome to the live stream. So yeah, you can customize the inventory, the AI, everything. It's a really cool mod, really advanced. If you want to make a creepypasta and you don't have anyone to help you out with it, this is the best thing. This is the best option you can use. You hacking? I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not a hacker. No. Nah, man, I'm not a hacker. I'm just a simple guy who makes music, videos, Minecraft content. That's a 3-day ban. Yeah, right. Yeah, I bet. Or is it because I'm in creative? Might be that. However, there is something else I also want to show you that I'm pretty proud of myself. Before that, I'm gonna have to change versions. Yes, it is version 1.12.2 right here. I am playing in a modded 1.12.2 client. And quite frankly, I think this is still my favorite of the release versions. Because it's very moddable, the performance was at its peak right here. Ever since 1.13 it has been on a downward spiral ever since, performance wise. I mean, in terms of content, the newer versions are pretty cool. But I also kind of like the more bare bones, simplistic nature of the older versions. Which is why sometimes I also play in beta 1.7.3. Yeah, I'm something of a boomer. Or a zoomer, really. I'm more of the zoomer age. Yeah, anyways. I'm going to a different version right now. And it should be, I believe it was 1.16.5. So I'm gonna have to change the mods in the folder, because I did also use mods in the world that I'm gonna show right now. Let's see. Is it safe for me to do this? Yeah, probably. Man, I really am so happy that I have 2 monitors to do this with. Yeah, I rarely use these mods, so I'm just gonna cast them out. And now I'm going for the 1.16.5 mods, which are right here. Is this a scary vid? Well, it's kind of a scary vid, but rather it's an exploration of the worlds where the scary vids were shot in. So it's a set tour, basically. For some reason my window, Minecraft window, always pops up on the other version. Even though I'm playing on this monitor, and this is my main monitor. I'm gonna have to change the Forge version. 1.16.5. Ah, there we go. because there is something I must show you, and it has to do with the Emperor Lens video, the 5th one, so the final Emperor Lens video I've created so far. And it has to do with the command blocks that I used to set up the scenes in that episode. Turning on game capture again. For some reason it always resets my settings. Whenever I switch to a different version, it's really freaking annoying. Yeah, well, whatever. I can take a look at that later. Show FPS. Yeah, maybe I can do that. See if any settings need to be changed here. Yeah, I have my mouse at a pretty sensitive setting right now. So I always must remember to turn down the sensitivity. As you can see, there is a 1.12.2 version of the Emperor Lens and a 1.16.5 version. And I'm going into the 1.16.5 version for this one. Oh wow, it's way more sensitive than I anticipated. Oh yeah, raw input is on. That of course might have caused such sensitivity. But as you can see right here, this is basically what I've been doing. But it gets crazier. Just wait for the best part. I'm just gonna give myself night vision. Was it? I'm just gonna set it to like 1,000,000 seconds. Yeah, that gives me infinite night vision. So what happened here? If all the characters are still here, by the way, because this only works when the NPCs are in there. Though I don't think they are here though. I might as well spawn them in. First I'm gonna see if they are in the temple or not. Oh yeah, by the way, why not add some shaders to the mix? Let's see, complementary maybe? Hope it works. Must be. Come on, baby, come on. I always love the waiting times with Optifine mid-game. I feel like Iris and Sodium does this way faster. Ah, we didn't crash. Important error. Colored lighting is not supported on Optifine. Also, why is the tone mapping so incredibly dark? What the fuck? Maybe this version works better with it. Yeah, guys. Yeah, we're just gonna need to have some patience. Phew, it didn't crash. Oh, and the tone mapping is good again. Yeah, because I kind of wanted the episode to look like this. But at the time, when I filmed it, I just didn't really have a computer that was powerful enough. As you can see, my FPS is like 150 frames per second. They're 165 even. But at the time, my components were a Radeon Vega 11. and a Ryzen 5 3400G if I remember correctly. And my frame rate, I mean, I could already be thankful if I got like 20 frames per second with shaders on. You might be wondering, how the hell am I walking on the void? I mean, I'm not flying or anything, you see me walking. Barriers. Lots and lots of barriers. I mean, it's amazing what you can do with Minecraft. Oh yeah, by the way, now that we're here already, you can also see the entire structure of the 5th episode, the pyramid and everything. And to be honest, it just looks more beautiful with shaders. Man, I do kind of wish somewhere that I waited until I got the 3060 Ti to do this. And that's where my old skin, this is the head that belonged to my old skin. And this is what I look like right now. I updated my skin. Wait a fucking minute, what was that sound, by the way? Was that supposed to be in the game? I don't remember it being there. Right. Yeah, it looks like all the entities just kinda despawned. Weren't there 3 cells here? Oh no, there's another cell here. And this is where Entity 33 was, as a punishment for defying his master. Even the spawner seems to have stopped working. Oh, never mind, it didn't. Yeah. And the thing is, if I stand on this block, and if the commands are still working, it should open the gate right now. Yeah, it did. And then there's a tell roll and everything, and it would trigger an event. Though it took a small while to. But what normally happened is that the lightning bolt would strike this exact spot, and it would spawn that skin cloning monster. Yeah, let's go back to the overworld, perhaps. Oh, it re-triggered the event again. Yeah, but this is basically the command line right here. I might wanna have to kill myself in order to get back to the overworld. Or I'm gonna have to find the portal. Though I doubt that there is one. Yeah, I seriously doubt there is a portal here. Yeah, I might just walk. I might just throw myself into the void and kill myself then. Okay, let's do this. Hooray for waiting time. Well, honestly, if I actually filmed the video with shaders on, it would have been much more beautiful. I would have had high recording specifications too. That would have been awesome. think I'm gonna turn it day because visibility is pretty low. And the weather should be cleared too. Is it daytime? Why is the command not working? Wait, that's really fucking weird. It should have turned the weather to normal again, but I think I've got a command block somewhere doing that. I'm gonna try it again. Though I don't think that has any effect. Yeah, command blocks before I get distracted again. No, I want spectator mode, damn it. Because it is below the ground that matters most. As you can see, this is what the scenes of my videos are made out of. Tons of repeaters, command blocks, comparators, redstone dust. And this is a position triggered command block. It has a execute /test4 command. And it basically just, it's based on the coordinates of your location. And it would trigger things like changing blocks and teleporting custom NPC entities and... oh yeah. And text lines. I don't know how long I've spent setting up all of these scenes, but it was quite an undertaking. I think it might have been easier if someone helped me out with this, but yeah. I mean, I did get it done this way, so yeah. Scene 1, scene 2. And I've also cleared up some extra space for potential additional scenes, but yeah, that didn't happen. I don't know what this did. Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess basically that. So yeah, basically what it comes down to is whenever I got at a certain position in the world, the command chain would start working. And I had to time my lines and chats with the command blocks, with the tell raws inside. And if I'm not mistaken, there is a scene where it almost went wrong, or there's a section of video where it almost went wrong. I might take a look at which one that was. Yeah. Let's have a look. Emperlance.
Hey, welcome to the premiere of my new video.
Let's go to the section where the error was, because I kind of want to show it to you. It was around when Herobrine teleported me to the bridge. Must be around right here. I don't remember the color grading being this dark. Oh yeah, here's the error, because Herobrine says right here, this is really annoying. Hide menu bar. What? I've just started using Media Player Classic. Okay, anyways, I'll just hover with my mouse over it. So basically, Herobrine says this place has a long history. It's been a while since I last showed it around, and then I was supposed to ask, to who did you show it? And Herobrine would say, well, the line at the bottom, to obfuscated text. But that last line came too early. So that's why he firstly said the line, and after that I asked, to who did you show it? Anyways, that's basically all I wanted to say about it. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's basically all there is to say about it.
Hey, what?
Well, where's the... Oh, I might have... Wait a minute, that's weird. It doesn't show a doesn't show the minimize and maximize and close windows. Well, okay then. But yeah, that's basically it for the Emperor Lens. Lots of command blocks, lots of timing, and as a matter of fact, a heck of little time to get it working. Because I wanted to do some sort of anniversary episode, which is on the 24th of February. The first episode aired on February the 25th, 2019, was recorded the day before, and I wanted to do an anniversary episode, but I got started on it way too late, and as a result, I really had to hurry up to get all of this set up and working. So yeah, that's why, basically. Let me think, is there anything else I can show around? Oh yeah, I do have an idea, by the way. The Entity D world. Entity D, yeah, there we go. Because that world, honestly, also has a lot of history. Oh man, it really feels kind of nostalgic to come back here, because I really loved shooting this one. I did it together with Hatchet 179, I think. Oh no, it wasn't Hatchet, that was Death Mountain. It was a guy named Rebel Jasper Roblox, I think. And it was with Sun Knur, who has also worked with Mr. Honeybun on a number of creepypastas. So I think I'm gonna... Well, I've got a lot of shit in my inventory. I've got a lot of shit in my inventory. Oh wait, I have a mule with a chest on. I can of course put some of the stuff in there. Yeah. And I'm just gonna ride the donkey towards where the cave is, or catacombs, really. Take one last look at my house before I go. It's kind of a weird architecture because I made this kind of curvature right here. I tried to make it not a flat cubic house. I think I kind of succeeded in that. Yeah, I am really fond of this particular set. I can't believe I didn't show it to you earlier. but I guess I still have a lot more to show you. Oh yeah, this was probably around the spot where Ingmar, I think, or no, Damien was his name, where he got struck by lightning and where phantoms were swooping down, and yeah, that was a fun scene to film. And if I got the time, I might also give you an insight into the set of Death Mountain, which, as far as I'm concerned, is my best creepypasta to date. Or at least the one I'm the most proud of. Because, come on guys, I made a 21 track custom soundtrack for it. And it was long, and it had shaders, and it had a very creepy entity, and it had a story that I really liked. I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything, by the way, but damn, I'm just really proud of it. Anyways, we have arrived at the cave where Entity D resides, I think. Man, I should really revisit this place with Sun and Rebel Jasper someday soon. Huge shout out to those guys for helping me out on that one, by the way. Yeah. Lots of Greek signs and text. This is legitimately still a pretty cool little build that I've made. Soulfire. And I'm also just kind of surprised that the wood doesn't go up in flames. I think I've disabled the fire TIG game rule for that. Big fucking stairway down to the bottom of this catacomb kind of maze. Honestly, it is kinda yeah, nostalgic in the first place, but it's just, it feels good being here again, you know what I'm saying? Looking at every single detail that was in the creepypasta. Yeah, I vividly remember all of it. And of course this little corridor right here, this kind of sewer thing, it led nowhere. I mean, it basically led right to a plunge into the void right here. And I remember having to be really careful not to fall in there, because that would have been the end, because I didn't know how to do server backups yet. So if I fucked up there, we were basically done. Because, yeah, I think for realism's sake, keep inventory was off. Which is why the guy, Damien, whenever he's killed by Entity D, all of his stuff flies around. It was a really satisfying hit, to be honest. I mean, when Entity D struck him, and his stuff just flew all over the place. I don't remember it being, I didn't even expect it to be that volatile, really, but yeah, I just really liked it. Actually, now that I think about it, I think some music might be appropriate here. Let me see. I have an entire library on Apple Music. Hey Spike the Dead Wolf, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. That adds a little bit of atmosphere to the whole thing. Yeah, of course the music change for the the music choice, I mean, for the episode was a bit different, but yeah, it really establishes an atmosphere. Yeah. And for this episode, we've spent hours, maybe even days building the set. It took us so long to get everything right. For ease's sake, I might want to give myself night vision again. Wait, my username here is still the same? Wait, what? That's so cool. I'm in single player. My username is not even this. This is the username I used for the creepypasta, and it's still there. What the fuck? That's so cool. How the hell did that happen? Wow. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think you all know what this is. This is basically just a maze. It just feels so good being here again and just retracing the steps of this creepypasta. And all of the insane loot in these chests. I remember us finding it and pretending to be like really amazed, overwhelmed by it. I stand up all night, I could sleep, and it's already 6 in the morning, so I stumbled upon this and figured, why not? I like scary stuff. Well, thanks, Spike, the dead wolf, that you stay up that late in order to watch a live stream of mine. That's an honor. Though I do not exactly want to keep you out of your sleep because, you know, sleeping is healthy and all, but thanks for being here, that's all I'm gonna say. Also, I don't know if you noticed it in the original episode, I should really link some of the episodes in the description, but the forming of the form of these diamonds as they are placed in the chest makes the pi symbol from the Greek symbols. Yeah, I don't know, I just really like the detail. You can just call me Spike. Okay, Spike, sure thing. There was also another section of cave above this, and when the whole ceiling turned into lava and the lava came flowing down, we just dug up in a panic, and we ended up in whatever the fuck this massive maze is. Yeah, World Edit really helped us here. I don't really know what's going on because I just found you on my recommendations. Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna give you a little bit of an explanation. What it comes down to is that I'm a Minecraft creepypasta creator. I have no idea if you've ever heard of Along Came Josh or Mr. Honeybun or Wild Dog XD or God forbid Ray Gloom. But I kind of do that kind of stuff. So basically just Minecraft scary creepypasta things. And what I'm doing right now is a tour of some of my older Minecraft creepypasta videos and the sets that I've used to film them on. So it's basically kind of an insight and a tour of these sets and some director's commentary. Though I'd also definitely want to do some director's commentary with the guys that I've made this episode with. Oh yeah, this scene. yeah, this is this was the scene where the death dates, where the guys found their birth dates and their death dates, and yeah. So, according to the lore, the main character Ingmar was born on July 25th, 2006, and his death date is written in the future right here. Which is creepy. I mean, it's not said that it's necessarily gonna happen or anything, but the fact that the entity knew their birth dates and does a prediction for their death dates, it's really terrifying and gives the antagonist something of a human element. I'm gonna subscribe to you. Ah, thanks, Spike. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah. If I found this in my world, I'd get the heck out of here. But of course, the episode wasn't over with that, so the guys just kept exploring. So they walked this long corridor all the way to the end. All the way to the end. And then they see the entity again behind one of the guys, and then behind this wall right here, there is a... I tried to blow it up with TNT, but it didn't work. Yeah, this is where the books were. I'm sorry, I'm kind of an explanatory mess right now. I know I am. But yeah, I'm just kind of revisiting it and trying to commentate at the same time. I don't know if it really works that way. But in the story, these guys, they have just saw the entity behind one of them. They are in deep confusion, and then all of a sudden, they hear an explosion. And the explosion reveals a room behind this wall. And inside, they find 3 books written in Greek. Except for this little word right here. Are you doing Twitch or only live on YouTube? I'm only live on YouTube. I do not have a Twitch account. So yeah, basically it's this entire kind of story in the Greek language. And it ends with wake up. The guys don't know what to make of this, and all of a sudden the entity comes rushing in here again, right into Ingmar's face, and they panic and they run out and they go here and here and there and into this maze, and they get lost. They just lose their way, and eventually they just stumble upon this kind of room, which I'm gonna have to use spectator mode to find it because my navigation isn't that good. I mean, as you can see, this really is a maze. Let's see where that room was, because it had lava in it and such. But yeah, for this we just basically copy pasted everything with world edit. I think it was right here. Maybe. Yeah. But there was lava here, but and it's gone now, so I'm guessing that this save is from before we filmed the take. Yeah, so I basically think that this was the world save as it was right before we filmed the take, so yeah, that extra bit of progress is lost forever. I'm lost. Yeah, absolutely. I get lost on my own creepypasta sets. Yep, that's bad. That's really bad. I know. I know. Ah. And now I see normal vision again. I don't know if I really have enough time to do a tour of Death Mountain, but I also kind of want to do it. And for that, we're gonna have to change versions again. So where can I find the video that you made this? Good question. Let me drop a link in chat. Let me see. Basically what it is like a 3-parter video. Oh yeah, it was right here. So this is the first part, and then there's the second and third part right here. So it's these 3 videos, the entities, entity, and of course you have a full film compilation, which is lower quality to accommodate the long runtime. But if you don't mind, you can watch that too. That's perfectly fine. But I also want to explore the set of this one, Death Mountain. So I'm gonna do that too. Whoops. Oh, that's cool. You have trouble sleeping most of the... Oh, that's bad. One thing I can probably recommend is listening to music or podcasts. Oh yeah, this is Fabric, of course, so I'm gonna have to change the mod folder again. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Why am I hearing an Enderman? Oh, it's in the menu. That's why I was hearing an Enderman. Is that like a Halloween thing or something? Where's the 1.19.3? Fabric. Or maybe it wasn't... Maybe it wasn't even a... Let's see if there's an iris loader. Or Optifine. I'm gonna try this. With oh, that's the music I'm playing in the background right here. So yeah, now we're just basically waiting for the game to launch again. Which is gonna take a while, seemingly. And may I ask what kind of music you listen to, Spike? Just out of curiosity. No, I don't want to. Oops, almost forgot to turn my game capture on again. Yeah, this looks good. Death Mountain. So I think this is gonna be the last one I'm exploring right now for the time being, because I've also got an assignment in about a little over an hour. Yeah. Might be fitting enough if I turn on the shaders for this. I believe it was complimentary I used for it. Yep. The holy atmosphere, man. So basically this is the creepypasta I have made together with Hatchet and Sunkenur. So those are the guys that also do Mr. Honeybun's stuff most of the time. And it was really fun working with them. But yeah, this is basically the world. Maybe I should make it daytime again. This is gonna kill the YouTube compression, I guess, with all the snow. Yeah, no, I'm streaming at a pretty high bitrate, so at least the source input is not the cause of the compression here. But yeah, honestly, if you haven't seen Death Mountain yet, and you've got a bit of an attention span, I suggest you go watch it. This is honestly still my proudest achievement. It's more of a movie, really. Yet again, not trying to be arrogant or anything, but yeah, I don't know. I'm really proud of this one. Very proud of this one. So basically what this is about is 2 players make an amplified server world. And this amplified server thing, they just kind of try out what it performs like on the server host. And then they decide to scale a mountain. And all of a sudden they come across this kind of figurine or apparition, who later introduces himself as Valeri. And as it turns out, Valeri is the ghost of someone who died on this mountain. You can see here there's a ravaged tent camp. You see these destroyed tents, a campfire that has long since gone out, a flag covered in snow, torn at the threads, and of course the skull of a person who has unfortunately not found his way out of a destructive avalanche. And basically, the story is not explicitly told as it is, but the players find all these clues and these structures. They don't know what to make of it, but in the end the story becomes very clear to them, or at least to one of them. But I'm not gonna spoil why I say that. But yeah, this is, for example, the house where the ghost lived, Valeri lived. Only because, I mean, it wasn't really originally located on top of a mountain, but really this is more of a mountain of memories. All of the places that this Valeri character has been. So this house was originally, let's just say, in a plains biome or a meadow or something. Only because it's part of his memory, and his memory is on the mountain. This house is at the top. So this is where he lived, this is where he, yeah. And I really like that about a creepypasta character or villain or antagonist, is that he has a human story. Valeri has a story that very much gives him a human element. And that's why Valeri is also my favorite creepypasta antagonist of at least my own creepypasta series. And of course, here's the graveyard that he was buried. I think I might actually put up the custom music for this one. Let me look it up real quick. You can probably hear my fans blazing in the background right now. Yeah, but this is basically just a location of death. It's just really creepy being here. Might turn up the volume of a little bit of the music. Yeah, but imagine finding this in your world. You don't expect it, you have no idea what's gonna happen to you, and all of a sudden this construction shows up in your world and it has a literal name on it. And you see this character stalking you. What does that do to a human being? Really gives you a lot to think about. And then eventually they see this kind of this character standing on the edge like this. He doesn't look around, he doesn't talk, but as soon as the guys try to reach him, he just leaps off and disappears. And then the night falls and phantoms start attacking. They run back to the house as soon as possible in order to flee from the ongoing onslaught of mobs, and then they fall through some powdered snow. What is this? And they fall hundreds upon hundreds of blocks down into the mine shaft. Endlessly down. And they land here. Inside of a mine shaft. Without the boat, of course. The boat wasn't there before. And then this happens. This really creepy, freaky mine shaft. I don't know what this is. The players think, then at least. I know perfectly what it is, but I'm speaking for them right now. And they see these cranes. And these boulders hanging from it, and yeah. It is very obvious that what they found here is more than just a glitch or a bug. One second, my dad just came home. I'm gonna greet him real quick. Sorry, I just had to say my dad hello. Here I am again. And they find this snow patch in the wall. Really weird. Why is it here? What does it mean? And they hear footsteps around them. And the really inhumane, ghastly sound that sounds along the likes of this. And so, panic begins to set in. They try to dig their way into this snow thing, but their shovels break. They also realize that making or trying to dig their way up breaks their pickaxes, because they fell some 300 blocks down this tunnel. And they definitely do not have enough blocks in order to build up. I might want to show you what it looks like, because I've put quite a bit of detail in this tunnel, actually. because when we filmed the scene, we fell too fast to register any of what is here. But yeah, this is basically it. A lot of cranes and seats, platforms, mine shafts, which could wake the suggestion that Valeri was a former miner. Maybe so. And then all these remnants from his memory are manifested in here. In a memory frozen in eternity. There's a hatch going down here, the ladder that leads down to some sort of cauldron on a chain. But there is even more. More structures. A fragment of rail. More rails. And all of this flashes by as the players fall in the blink of a second. Because guys, imagine finding this being the discovery that you make. Doesn't that terrify you? I sure as hell know I would be terrified. But there is even more than that. Because the sign started as early as the watchtower we spawned in. Imagine this. You're making a campfire. You're cooking food on a campfire. And then all of a sudden you turn around and you see this kind of character standing there watching you, and you try to approach it, but it runs away and it disappears into this patch of powdered snow. Who is he? And what is he doing here? What could the meaning of all of this be? And the further the players ascend on the mountain, the more they start feeling the air become thicker, the pressure becoming greater, the sky becoming darker, and the world becoming more desaturated. And the more they get the feeling of being watched. From the tallest peaks to the darkest depth, Death Mountain's haunting reputation reaches far and wide. Yeah, that's basically the story of Death Mountain. If you feel this is your kind of interest, definitely give it a watch. Now, I don't have that much time left, so I'm going to close it off for now. And I'm just gonna close off. And maybe I'll do a third kind of tour of the Minecraft CREEPYPASTA thing. Sets. So yeah, that's basically the stream, the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've got 11 views on this right now. I mean total views, not consecutive views. But anyways, this has been a lot of fun, of course. Have a good day, man. Yes, thanks, Spike. You too, and thanks for the subscription. Be sure to check out the content. Anyways, I'm going now. Goodbye, everyone.